Oh, wait. I don't know where to begin. A lot of questions, like you just said. How do you get used to the sound of your own voice? From a young age, I love impressions. But when I hear recordings of myself talking, I go, that can't possibly be me. So how do you get used to that? And how do you change it?
Headphones. Headphones are a big thing. You ever see those old announcers holding their hand up to their...
Yeah.
You know what? That actually, it looks like bullcrap, but there actually does do something. Because the thing is, when you hear your own voice, you're hearing it from inside your head. You're not hearing what everybody else hears. You know, yeah, exactly. It sounds different. It's like, you know, but when you do this and sort of funnel what's coming out of your mouth up towards your ear, it gives you a better sense of how your voice sounds outside your body.
Yeah, agreed. And I've done that before, and I've had directors not like it, you know, not want to use the headphones, but I've done that anyway to get that sense, like you said, of what do I sound like? Otherwise, you can't hear it, and it feels like it's going out into the ether. But yeah, it does give you a sense. In fact, right now, I'm listening to myself, and I sound pretty good.
I agree.
Wow, if you're hearing what I'm hearing right now, fantastic.
But mainly, how do you know if you're good? Like, if you have something there, because people tell it, people may say it, like, people just go, do you like the fat in his pants? And you go, oh, you look fantastic. But how do you know if they're being honest or if you actually have something?
Well, I've taught a little bit, and I think, if you keep working at it, you keep advancing levels, There are a lot of improv schools in LA. There's, excuse me, the Groundlings and Improv Olympic and UCB and stuff like that, so you kind of just keep advancing levels. And certainly all the classes, classes I've taken, like Andrea Romano, I think you might have taken a class, maybe not, but she's the casting director for Warner Brothers, and great casting director, but there's a class that she teaches that she won't take you until you're at a certain level. So you gotta put in the work. I think that's it. And then you'll know. I mean, it's not like every day we're like, I sound fantastic. I mean,
right.
I just
like
300 times a year,
Just
Just
But people
but there are things you don't do well,
No.
One voice at a time. Or multiple ducks.
No, there are people won't let you advance until you're ready to advance.
Yeah.
That's what I found. When you're ready to move on, then like Daniel-san, you will move on.
Yeah. I think most people in performance will tell you the problem is not too many people telling you you're good. It's really more people telling you you suck. So if people are telling you you're good, go ahead and believe them.
Keep going.
And just get better.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm a really big fan of all three of you, especially Quentin right here.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cowgirls love it.
Okay, and I know you've got like a lot of fans, and I was just curious, what has been your creepiest fan experience?
Oh, damn. That's an entirely different myself.
I don't know if I can talk about that.
Because the restraining order is still in effect?
Yeah.
Hey, Quentin, what about that panel you and Jeff were in Australia, the Yowie panel?
Oh
my God.
Oh gosh.
I don't know.
Out of order! Out of order! No crosstalk. We'll have your tongue shot. Creepy fan thing?
I'm not that too many. I mean, some people don't like me sometimes, but it's like, whatever. Sorry.
That would be a creepy fan thing. I'm a really big fan of yours, but I don't like you. That would be a creepy fan.
Once in a while you get that. It's like, I really didn't think you were the right part, whatever the right person. It's like, okay. Well, that's all right. I mean,
Let's just put this out there.
That's
You
not
got
creepy. It's just like, well, it's your opinion.
It's
and
rude.
you're entitled to it.
No, like, I don't know you. You don't need to come up to me to tell me something bad.
But I've never had a creepy one. I personally never have.
Don't ever do that. If you see Miley and there's something you don't like, stay the fuck away. It has happened often.
I'm glad this lady in high town. Otherwise, you have Phil and me to deal with.
Mostly me. Quinn will be off listening to his own voice.
I'm sorry, were you saying something?
I think we covered it.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks.
Oh God, I'm next.
No, you're not next, you're now. Tick, 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 tick.
Okay, I think I have 2 questions. For Michelle Pine, what's your favorite
Miley.
aspect? What?
Miley.
My bad.
That's okay. It's a weird name.
What's your favorite aspect of Naruto?
Oh, I think that he never gives up, kind of.
Anytime.
About playing him, that he has a range of emotions, you know.
Oh yeah.
He can go from cool to like killing someone in a minute, which is pretty fun to play. So, yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's very loyal. I like that.
Okay, next question. Favorite animated character from
Hold on a
Oliver?
second. Do you guys need help back there?
I do.
Because you're in the line to ask a question, and we're paying no attention to other people's questions. I know your mom didn't raise you like that.
Snippity snack.
Go ahead, baby. Take your question.
Thank you.
Grandma Phil's
Mama don't take no sass. Okay. Favorite animated character and why from all of you?
Bugs Bunny. Do you really have to ask why?
Nope.
Naruto pays the bills.
That's a good answer.
Go.
You're still listening to your own voice.
Your own voice.
I think I am. I would have to say giant multi-tentacled squid.
Sorry to decide Japanese.
From, well, you know, it doesn't really matter, does it? Just matters where it's going. Hello!
This guy knows what he's talking about.
Thank you. You guys are great.
Thank you.
Either get it or get it.
I'm going to ask you all to limit it to 1 each because there's less than 30 minutes left and we all want you to have a chance to ask your question.
And we're gonna just, yeah, keep talking.
Okay, my name's Daniela. Hello. And, well, I wanted to ask 2 questions, but I guess I have to lower it to 1. What inspires all 3 of you to get into character when you're recording? Like, what motivates you to be that character?
Besides the paycheck? What inspires you to get into character?
I think it depends, doesn't it? Doesn't it change for you with what, I mean, depending on what the character is? I think if you're doing, you know, something that's like a one-time small part, it's just like, oh, what would be funny
Yeah.
doing this? You know, but if you're, you know, playing a leading character that you're going to be doing more than that, it's probably a different approach.
Vodka. Nothing really. No.
Inspiration in a bus.
Are you ready? I'll sing her. Naruto 375 episodes, I don't need to be motivated. Walk in, turn it on. Turn it off 2 hours later. Pretty much how it goes. Pretty easy. It's like riding a bike.
Well, now.
Now. You know, if I'm nervous on a big, huge set or a new show, somebody else's show and I'm just in there. It's like, you know, you just try and be funny or do the best you can and not screw up. Like, that's a big motivator.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Get it right, because you don't want to waste anybody's time. But,
There you go.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Hi, my name's Michael, and Quentin, I remember when I was in 3rd grade, I used to watch that Timon and Pumbaa show, and I liked you as Timon.
Thank you.
And I loved Phil as Static.
Oh, thank you.
Shock to your system.
I put a shock to your system.
Well, Hakuna Matata to that.
This is your question, except that Riley, I actually prefer I prefer your version of Naruto over the Japanese.
oh,
It's not a question. I remember you were doing a panel with Crispin Freeman a few months back where someone asked if Naruto, who you pick between Sakura and Hinata, and you said Sasuke.
yes. That answer stands, thank you.
I'm just curious as
Changed my mind.
this is not a question. I'm just curious between Sakura and Hinata, if you were Naruto, between just those two, who Naruto would want to pick.
Sasuke.
That actually was a question.
Sorry, this is the real question. Sorry. Here's a question you've probably never been asked. You know the Bahamas have that dog, Bo, the Portuguese water dog? Would you ever see yourselves owning one of those in your life, a Portuguese water
Get a lot
dog?
of line. 19 people behind you, man. Waste not time. Let's keep one dog. Thank you for your first question. Nice having you.
Are you on every panel?
That's the cop.
Yeah.
Oh, you done talking to your friends? I got my guy.
Okay, so if you could choose one of your favorite characters that you voice, I'd just say anything, what would it be? Like what do you think they would say? I like this moment.
Get a new profession.
Oh, so what would the favorite characters say? So what is your favorite character and what would they say?
Oh.
It's a compound question. Let's go to Charles Nelson Riley. Favorite character, what would they say?
What would I say? I don't know.
I think most of the characters.
I think it would be Spider-Man. He'd say, "My spidey sense is tingling, and I think I like it."
Oh, dear. Oh, man. I go really blue. And, let's see. I need a minute, Phil.
Okay.
It's always so dirty. I can't say this in public.
Yes, you can. Vixen, come on. She's got wings. Just try her.
And I'm not going to explain that.
It's just a fantasy of his, I think.
Yes. See Johnson with recent things.
Hey, Hinata. Why don't you grow a pair?
Should we look away?
Did you guys ever do any voice acting for a pilot that didn't get picked up that you guys were really interested in?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, lots of
A
times.
million.
I
Yeah.
mean, there are always more pilots than there are actual shows, so most of the time you'll do something and it just won't go anywhere.
I did one with Phyllis Diller and Haley Joel Osment.
Really?
Yeah, and it was really funny, and it was by these Nickelodeon guys, and sort of when he was just coming off of The Sixth Sense. And, you know, Phyllis Diller is a legend, and she has this great voice. And it was fabulous, and I could not believe it didn't get picked up. that was a heartbreaker. But yeah, I think we've all done a lot.
Yeah.
That's a memorable one to me.
Did something called Finley the Fire Engine, and it actually, I can tell you all know about it, and I think they actually played it in England. Oh yeah, that's right, they recast it in England too. And we did it here, and it was incredible. It was adorable, it was wonderful, and it just didn't make the grade.
They decided to go another route.
That's right, it did, yeah. Brought the bastards.
The other one I did, I just remember because you said that, is Chicken Little. I did the Chicken Little pilot.
Based on the movie?
Yeah, after the movie was really big, and that didn't go, and I was like, what? Why did that go? But that was another one that, you know, there are I mean, they do so many that you're just, who knows who makes the final decision. But
Thank you.
not us, clearly.
Right. Okay, so when it comes to impersonations, I'm pretty sure all of you guys are good at it, so what is your favorite one and why, especially Phil?
Oh, especially Phil, are you guys lovers?
Why don't you say that? That's jumping to conclusions about it. Crazy stuff. That's crazy. What? Next question. Favorite impressions?
Oh gosh,
You could know.
lots of them. Depends if you want to go old or new.
Go Ozzy.
Ozzy, man, you know, the thing is, I was just wondering about Sharon, you know, and I was thinking as I was torturing myself that, I mean, I should probably get some help before I take this jagged bottle and shove it up my arse.
It's funny, it's weird to say this is a favorite one because I do it a lot. Yeah.
I'm not saying OJ should have done it. I mean, you got $30 million, your woman won't half. You're doing all right. But if you got 30,000, and she won't take 15, you might have to kill her.
That's just fun because he's so good. His material is always. I get to like get his laugh off of his jokes.
I was almost the new voice of E.T., so I was kind of an E.T. Wait, E.T. phone home, phone home. I haven't done it in a while, but it was fun for a while. No, Audrey Wazalewski did it. I'm like the backup. It's like, she's busy, wanna come? I'm like, all right. Second fiddle E.T. replacement. I'll take it, it pays. Thank you.
This question is for all of you. Through your years and your careers of all the acting that you do, are there any regrets or things that you wish you hadn't done? Like job
Porn.
I said things you wish you hadn't done.
Oh, no, I loved it. I'm very proud of my porn career.
Your oeuvre?
Yeah.
Does that mean opening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Couple of
Great.
Ain't nothing like open shot and slam an ass.
Any regrets? Career-wise?
Jeez.
Just career-wise.
No, life-wise.
You're all
Just
day.
life-wise.
No, we can't.
No, career-wise. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, hindsight's 20/20. There's things I wish I would have done differently. There's things I think about that I think, oh, if I would have done that.
Like choices?
Yeah, choices.
Yeah.
That this would have led to that. Maybe if I would have gone with this agent, or maybe if I would have done this differently in an audition. That's all, you know, rear view mirror stuff we do.
Maybes, yeah.
Maybes, we would never know.
Yeah, I can't think of a role that I regret. Because the thing is, you know, even the best, most fun roles are going to end at some point. And same with the bad ones. Like, all right, we're still doing this, but it'll be done at the end of this day. So yeah, it's not that taxing. Thank you.
Yes. Flame on! Yeah.
Dude, how long does it take to put that costume together?
A couple of hours.
I dyed the shirt.
It's a very slow dresser.
Yes, yeah. I spent hours trying to figure out what would go with this with Clash.
You did well.
Yeah. So yeah.
Don't have an ogre!
Yes, yeah, but yeah, Fantastic Four was the first time I really noticed your name and credits, and you were really good.
Thank you.
And I have a question for you and a request for Phil. But so Quentin, you've worked in both anime and Western animation. Which medium do you think you're more at home in?
Well, I know they're different genres completely. I would say I'm comfortable in both processes, but I enjoy the Western only because we get to work together as a group, as opposed to being solo in anime where we do the dubbing. We usually work to picture, and it's one-on-one with the director and a writer. And while I enjoy that prices? What?
The prices! I was holding myself and I was touching with the thing and then I got it from behind and I went, ouch!
Where that came from. Priceline. So yeah, that's an isolatory experience. And you do have to have the skills to match the lips and the flapping and the, all the acting. But I like the Western experience of being in an ensemble where we get to work together.
Yeah, that's nice. So, and Phil, two of the roles I knew you best as when I was younger was Samurai Jack, of course, and as Green Lantern on Justice League. Right. Would you mind saying something in a Green Lantern's voice, please? Up and dirty. No, just...
Son, you better put down that sword before somebody gets hurt.
Do not worry, I am trained.
We only have 5 minutes.
All right, I'll try to get this.
What about you guys, Dan?
Okay.
You're fine, sweetie. Go ahead.
Okay, hi. My question is for all three of you. I know you guys have been to a bunch of different conventions all over the world. You've met a bunch of different people, some sane, some absolutely crazy. Somewhere in between. I know you guys kind of have to be here. Hey. Me being one of them, obviously. With all the people that you've met and all the names that you've come across, all the faces, have there been any of them that like relationships you build that actually last, that you, like when you have free time, you say, oh, it's so-and-so's birthday today, I'll call him up. Hey, how's it going? Happy birthday. Like actual friendships? Or is it just face after face?
That was the longest pickup line I've ever
Well, I'm not like offering, but if you offered, I would.
Putting it out there. Nice. He likes what he hears. I think friendships have developed this way on the panel more so than this way. Although I've made a few friends this way as well. But yeah.
We're not this way.
This way.
This way. I made a lot of friends this way.
I would say there are definitely a couple of people that I've run into at cons like multiple times, and then found on Facebook or they found me or whatever, and it's like, oh, it sounds sending a happy birthday message, that sort of thing. They're definitely.
Yeah, it's a little different now too, because Twitter and stuff easier to communicate without showing all your family pictures to somebody you don't really know. That's the one barrier is like you're like, oh,
So it does happen.
Yeah, it does happen.
Yeah.
I can think of lots of people. Yeah.
Awesome,
Thanks.
that's good to know.
Thanks.
I hope that continues to happen for you in the future.
All right.
Again, not offering, but if you offer to me, I
The most polite thing
We have 2 minutes.
Talk fast.
Stop saying cool it, please. All right. Is there a character that you've really taken to heart that's really meant something to you?
Again, nothing.
Yeah. I mean, Naruto's been so many episodes. Like.
What? Can you please turn the lights back on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember standing in front of the sensor there. Green Lantern was a character that I grew into because I wasn't a big Green Lantern fan before I started voicing Jon Stewart, and they, just wrote it so well that it really became something that I really enjoy and like the character as a person.
And for me, it was Spider-Man doing Marvel's Ultimate Alliance, just because he was my boyhood hero. So it was a dream come true.
Exactly.
Thanks.
I was just wondering, because you guys have played a wide variety of characters, is there any character you play whose hairstyle you've liked? And would you consider doing it to yourself?
I've played a pig. I'd like to play a pig. Yes, I'd like to cut my hair like a pig.
I've actually inadvertently taken on the hairstyle of several of my characters. When I started doing Hermes and Static, I didn't have hair like this, and they did, and now my hair is sort of like theirs, except grayer.
There you go.
Unfortunately, we are out of time, but thank you all
What?
for more.
Yeah, we have one more.
Okay, could you make it really quick?
Yeah. I just wanted to ask, who's your favorite voice actor that you've worked with, or your best experience with that?
My favorites are Miley Flanagan and Phil Lamar.
That's a good answer.
Please give them another round of applause.